there's a common objectives, because you're working in the same area where you've got common themes, as Jim was saying, around certain sectors, around issues of hotspots of deprivation maybe, but also around the opportunities of a very highly skilled workforce. I think because you've got those common objectives, it's very easy to work together.
Growth poles that straddle municipalities. So once you look at what are growth poles,
what happens in one part of the corridor affects us all.
You start to get behind the growth or create the conditions in which sector economic growth can occur. But what underpins it is a recognition of the functionality of your socioeconomics and geography. You're not trying to make something what it isn't. I think a significant amount of talking and discussion, that pattern of meetings, sharing, exchanging ideas, thoughts, getting to know people. What we're doing is effectively building up a much stronger network of relationships between officers and municipalities, as well as the political leadership and their relationship then to the regional structures. I think one of the keys to success was a willingness not for any individual or like for North London to dominate. The point is that whether you're large in inner London, small, or out in a very rural area like Uttlesford, each has a voice about how you can actually make it move forward.
This partnership is the only partnership, I think, that actually it respects that concept of a core urban area and the rural area and the interaction between those areas.
I would say that we recognise our differences along with our commonality. And whenever I go to the London Central Corridor Consortium meetings, in no way do I feel I'm an outsider from outside of London or outside of the Cambridge. I'm an equal partner in that, and I have an equal say and an equal voice.
And you arrive at a consensus position. But I think some of the objectives are so absolutely obvious that it doesn't matter whether you're Conservative or Labour or whatever. Party opposition is very minimal. Those who tend to end up on planning committees or end up in regeneration tend to have to be more pragmatic. Regeneration strategy is very long term, but the 10, 15, 20-year stuff. So to some extent you want a cross-party agreement, because you can't make it work without cross-party agreement. So my goal has always been, we want to make sure that you totally agree with what's going forward. We have a cross-party arrangement locally. We have a cabinet system, which is a single-party executive. But the local plan committee that I chair, which approves the local plan and all the plans and all the decisions, we have a place on it as an observer place. You're not allowed to have a full voting place for whoever the Conservatives want to put on. When they were in power, I was on that committee. They used to listen to what I used to have to say, and I listened to what he has to say. So you don't get into a row in council, it's done across the table, much more informally.
So would you say a key to overcoming the opposition is defusing it before it happens in the first place by having an involvement throughout the process?
Yes.
So you don't just come to them after, this is what we propose,
no,
we've got a problem.
Absolutely.
They were there from the beginning.
They're all there, all the time. They are part of the evolution and part of the decision making and part of the delivery.
Okay.